I'm Melissa Dickerson. I'm the town planner for the town of Manteo. The Community Rating System, or CRS, was designed by FEMA to encourage local governments to enforce standards higher than the National Flood Insurance Program. The town of Manteo participates in the Community Rating System, or CRS, and we score points that buys down flood insurance premiums for our property owners. The town of Manteo has a Class 7 score, which in turn is a 15% savings on flood insurance premiums. In Manteo, we want you to know your flood hazard. So it's really important to know what flood zone you live in, or if you even live in a special flood hazard area. Your flood insurance rates are based on your flood zone, and it also kind of determines your risk for flooding. So it's really important to know what flood zone you live in. You can get information on the flood zone that you live in by calling me at Town Hall at 252-473-4112. In Manteo, we want you to insure your property for flood hazard. The state and FEMA have developed new maps, and about every 10 years new maps are developed, and we have our preliminary maps now that we expect to come out next year. So in town, properties are changing either in base flood elevation, or some properties that are in a special flood hazard area currently are being removed from that special flood hazard area. It's very important to know what you are now, where your home or property is now, and what you're going to in the new maps. But even more, it's very critical to maintain your flood insurance coverage, even if you're coming out of a special flood hazard area. In Manteo, we want you to protect your property from the hazard. So it's important to know when you're building your home to build responsibly. You're required to come in and get a building permit from my office, the planning department here at Town Hall. We will work with you through the town regulations to establish the foot at which you need to be building, and we do have 1 foot of freeboard, which requires you to build 1 foot above base flood elevation. In Manteo, we want to protect people from the hazard of flooding. Here in Manteo, we have an ordinance that prohibits people from driving on streets where there is flood water. This was done certainly from a safety standpoint, but also because as people drive on the streets, water will slosh into businesses. So in order to prevent that kind of damage from happening, the commissioners passed an ordinance that fines people from driving through floodwaters. We expect anyone that sees those signs to turn around, not to enter those floodwaters, and to turn around and not drown. In Manteo, we want to protect natural floodplain functions. We want folks to keep their ditches and drains clean. If you have ditches on your property, keep them empty of debris, keep them dug, and the floodplain will function more properly and more naturally. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call here at Town Hall at 252-473-4112.